Hello everybody. Hello. Hi. Welcome everybody. Here we go. How is the audio? Can you guys hear me okay? Unfortunately, okay. Hello, for those of you who have not met me before, my name is Emily. Welcome to the CADA Bootcamp. Today the class is going to be about just like the basics of modeling. And to those of you who have been here before, welcome back. Sadly, for those of you who were here last time, or if you've attended any boot camps in the past, Christian, our lovely moderator, he's not with us today. So I'm gonna do my best to answer as many questions as I can, as quickly as I can, and still, produce something, some model. So yes, please be nice in the chat. But yes, welcome all the same. And yeah, we'll get started in a second. So yes, as I mentioned before, this is the CADA Bootcamp. We do this 4 times a month. And yes, today's class is for modeling. Last class we had ZBrush sculpting. So if you were part of last week's class, then stick around for the end of the class, because traditionally, me and Christian, we get on Discord and we look at everyone's work if people have submitted any. So I'll still do that. I'm gonna continue on the tradition for us, Christian. Going strong. He's just sick. He will be back, as far as I know. Please don't die, Christian. But yes, stick around if you want to just hang out, chill, or just it's gonna be at the end of the class. But yeah, if you want to see your work or talk about it, get feedback, whatever, that's at the end of the class. So stick around for that. We do this, like I said, 4 times a month. Next week's class is animation, I do believe. So, yeah, hope to see you guys there too. Alright, I guess we'll just get to it. Christian showing support in the chat. Thank you very much. If anybody, I guess, including Christian, I guess, if anybody has any questions about anything at any time, say that 10 times fast. Yeah, just feel free. Like I said, I'm gonna try and answer as many questions as I can, as soon as I can, about, and it could be about, anything, like obviously the program, but if it's about the industry or, myself, my experience, or 3D in general, feel free to just, go crazy. I am a graduate of CADA, or at the time it was TrueMax, but yes, I'm a graduate of Copenhagen Academy of Digital Arts, and I've been working in the field now for just over a year. So, yes, you're in safe hands, I promise. I'll do my best. And I don't think we've pinned it today, but if you guys ever join the Discord, then my ArtStation is linked. It's outdated, but that's because all the work that I've done in the last year and few months, have been published by our clients, and so I can repost that stuff. But yeah, my ArtStation is a little bit outdated from way back. I'm a busy bee, gotta get to that. But anyway, besides the point. That's just if you need to vet my work or something. But yeah, anyway, all the same, Has this, okay, yeah, so, like I mentioned, we're using Blender as our program. I don't think that's been linked in the chat, but Blender is free, and if you want to model with me or like do it alongside me or use it later or whatever you want, I would recommend having that installed or installing that. You can get it for free on like the Blender website, I think. It might also be linked on the CADA website. So yes, I would recommend getting that if you haven't already. If you have, brilliant, great. We're just gonna start from scratch, so you won't need any file from us, I guess, this time. So yeah, if that's if everyone's on the same page, then we can get to it. Okay. Yes, Christian is in the chat, but he's not under the CADA, like, name anymore, but yes. Okay. Let me just get this here. So. How is that? Is that making sense for everybody? Okay. So. When you open Maya, it will look like this. It will start to look like this. I think what I usually do is I go over navigation first, and just give you some basic understanding of some of these buttons and what they mean, what they do. Happy Valentine's Day, by the way. Oh my god. For those of you that are with us. That's some real commitment. I was thinking, in the nature of Valentine's Day, we should model something nice and lovely, but still simple, but nice. Usually we model like a dagger or a sword or something like that, and we take that asset and we use it in the texturing class, which is the last class of the month. So not next class, but the class after. So yeah, maybe we can, like, if you guys have suggestions, or if you want to take a vote, like if you want to model, if you want to learn how to model something in particular, suggest it in the chat and I will consider it and we can brainstorm, pool all our ideas. I was thinking maybe just like a love heart is basic, or we can also just stick to a dagger, whatever is, you know, because we do daggers every month, so you know, it's yeah, totally up to you guys. Oh, happy birthday! A flower, or a plant, a birthday cake. Yeah, I mean, that would be fitting. We could do a candle or something. Cake wouldn't be too difficult either. A cake with a flower in it, maybe? It's gonna be a very low poly basic thing, but it's we can give it a shot. Yes. Ooh, I like this one. Welcome back, grumpy guy. Perfume bottle in the shape of a heart. That's a really cute idea, actually. Like a love potion type thing. That could be fun. Ooh. Heart-shaped candle. Ah. Too many good ideas. How can I possibly decide? Now I'm just gonna be indecisive. I shouldn't have given this much this much power, oh my lord. Okay. No, it's all good. Okay. This is all great ideas. I'm just gonna show you guys the navigation and the tools, and then we'll figure something out, and you guys can also always just do whatever you want to do. There's, yeah, no trouble with that, but okay. So, like, for starters, if you're using, like, usually you would use a mouse, right? But the middle mouse scroll wheel button, if you click that down, that's going to rotate around your cube or your object here. If you hold shift and click the middle scroll wheel also, that's gonna, like, you'll be able to move around. And then, yeah, like, it's so nice and intuitive. Like, just, like, literally just scrolling on the scroll wheel button is gonna, like, give you that sort of zoom in and out. But, that's just the way that, like, that's just how I learnt and use Blender. Like, you know, there are a lot of different shortcut keys and buttons, and yeah, lots of different ways to do different stuff. So, like, for example, holding control down and the middle, like, holding control and holding the middle mouse button down at the same time, that allows you to do, like, a really smooth zoom in and out, whereas the scroll wheel is just kind of quick and dirty, just, you know, really, yeah. But yeah, so there's different keys that do, yeah, all sorts of stuff. Okay, so that is navigation. From the get-go, you can see you get, like, a camera and a light and a basic cube in the scene. You don't really need any of this stuff, not for this class or this task. Pardon me. But, like, a lot of, like, some people just delete them, some people just leave them. You can also just hide them. I just select, this is what's called your outliner, by the way. And, you know, lots of programs call it different things, but at least in Maya, which is my main, like, I work the most in Maya in my day job, so this would be called, like, the outliner. And it's just a basic list for organization of, like, all the things and all the assets within your 3D world space and, like, within the scene, within your save file, for example. Yeah. And I just select what I don't want to see, and I press H. I'm gonna H to hide. I think, is it Shift H? Nope. Well, what the hell? Hide it. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, Alt H is unhiding, but, like, this little eyeball symbolizes the same thing. So, like, I can just, like, hide it or delete it, whatever. A lot of people, this is a basic cube, and we are gonna start from that. But a lot of people delete this and then start scratch from a cube anyway. And we can probably do the same just because. Okay. X to delete. And then we're gonna go up here. Add mesh. Cube. Yeah. And we do that while we're in object mode, by the way. This is important. You'll get the hang of it. It's, yeah. It's more important later. But yeah, okay. Yep, cube. These settings up here, sort of, they affect, yeah. I'll show you when we model. Yeah. That's more, it's easier to understand. This is your axis view thing. So, like, if you want to view an orthographic view from the y-axis, then you get this perspective, or like this. This is the top perspective. Kind of helpful if you're making something super symmetrical, I guess. And to get out of it, just middle mouse and click down. And then you're in perspective view again. So yeah. Alright, now let's model this thing. the shortcut, so right now to model this and to tweak this geometry, we need to be in a mode called edit mode. Right now we're in object mode, and that just kind of, I mean, you can really basically edit it here too, but this is your move tool, for example. Control Z, by the way, is undo, and then Control Shift Z is redo. Just so you know. Rotate button. Do the spinnies. Scale button. You can also, like, if you grab the center circle, it will scale every axis identically. But if you want to just scale it on one axis, you can also do that. Like so. So that's kind of nice. Or if you want to do 2 axes at a time, but not the third, you use these squares. So, for example, make that bigger. And it's like that. Yeah. And that is like a basic, that's how the move tool works. Yeah. Generally. I'm gonna go back to this one. Okay, now we're gonna go into edit mode. The shortcut key to get in and out of edit mode is tab. So tab for object mode, and then tab, yeah, the tab key to get back into edit mode. And then here we are. Okay. So, oh, we already have another question. I think a love heart shaped something is a popular vote. So we might go with something like that. Let's start with a love heart, and then we can go from there and add more to it, and then we can take it in any direction that we want. That sounds like a good plan, I think. Yeah. There's a lots you can do, but like we need the basic shapes first. So let's attempt that, I think. Okay. And I'm just gonna read this question. Okay, how easy is it to transition from using Blender to Maya? Is there any overlap when it comes to hotkeys? Great question. Honestly, one of the hardest, like, in my experience, personally, it's probably different for other people, but for me personally, transitioning between programs is the hardest thing about 3D for me. Because once you're in a program and you're super comfortable and super fast and you know all the hotkeys and you can just da-da-da-da-da, that's like great. That's easy. Speed is your friend. You want to be fast. But then transitioning over to another program, yeah, it's difficult, but it's not impossible. And the better you get at every program, yeah, the more valuable you are, I'd guess. I'm a generalist, so I do a lot. My main jobs in the industry are texturing, shading, animating, modeling, set dressing. I've done a bit of lighting before. Yeah. Those are the main ones, I do believe. Sometimes there is overlap with hotkeys. Usually not. The principles are the same, like only in Maya. So for Blender, I use Shift as my sort of like this button. In Maya, it's Alt. So you'd hold Alt and do the same thing. And Alt is like, yeah, that's, I think, the most important navigation hotkey. But oh yeah, Oh, and I have another comment to lower the background music. Of course. I'm so glad you said something. I can also turn it off if you guys want. I can't hear it, so sometimes I forget that it's on. But if it's easier to understand me with it off, I can also do that. Let me know what you guys think. Maybe even turn it down a little bit more. Don't know how that is for you guys, how that audio is. But yeah, in terms of overlap with hotkeys, yeah, there's not too much. There's not a lot. Oh, you like the music? Good. I'm glad. I'll leave it on then. That's fine. Or I'll let the birthday boy decide. Or girl. I'm sorry. Regina? I'm not sure. I don't judge. Yeah, okay, cool. I'll leave it on then. Leave the music on. I'm not sure if I answered your question with the hotkey thing. Like, some programs even put a patent or is it a copyright or a patent or, yeah, on their hotkeys for their program so that no other program can use their same hotkey layout for their program. So a lot of programs have all different hotkeys because, yeah, they just like basically, yeah. Okay, yeah. All right, let's get to it. So there's a lot of different ways, many different ways. I guess we could do this. But let me just think. Okay, I'm gonna do this. So first I want to add this one, loop cut. What this is basically gonna do, I just went into line mode, so you could see before. This is these little black dots. They're called vertices, vertexes. This is one vertex, and these are many vertices. This allows you to move individual points. This is line mode, which is the mode that I'm gonna be in a second. I'm gonna use that. And that allows you to edit the whole edge. Yeah. This is face mode, so I can select the whole face. Or multiple faces. I just selected them both. I can select one, and then by holding shift I select the other, and it just, yeah. A few more tricks on that later when it becomes relevant, but yeah, anyway, that's that. So we just want to be in edge mode, and then I'm gonna go to loop cut. There we go. Now I'm just gonna, if you hover your mouse closer to the edge, it's just gonna appear. There we go. Dead center. Lovely. Nice. We don't really, yeah. Okay. That's all we really need for now. And then, I see I have a couple more questions. I think I will just get to that in a second so I can get you guys started, and then I can come back and answer some questions. So, yes. Next, I think I'm gonna grab I'm gonna grab the whole thing. And I'm just gonna move them up. I think I'm gonna scale them also. Trick, you can just scale it together symmetrically, like this. If you use this. Okay, it doesn't look like it makes a whole lot of sense now, but I promise we're gonna get there. Let me see if this trick works, actually. Nope. Nope. Yeah. Yeah. Nope. Okay. I think we can also do it this way, but we'll just do it the basic way. Okay, it looks weird right now, but we're gonna get there. Wonder if I can do 2 at a time. Okay, I want to extrude from these 2 faces. I want to extrude outwards, but I'm wondering if I can do them. No. Might have to mirror it later. So this is our extrude button. So I just want to do it a little bit, and then actually I'll be more precise. Where is my... Yeah, that's what I want here. Okay, I just pulled out the little arrow key here so I could see. Perhaps it will give me what I want. I think that's right. Okay, back to the extrude. This is just these numbers represent, from your origin point here. So in world space, there is sort of, you need a way to measure distance, right? And to measure size, length, and all of this. These numbers just, I guess, you use them for precision. It helps you give you a numerical understanding of like space. Yeah, I hope that makes sense. So I just want to be exact, and I will show the reason why for this later. I could always just do one half of the love heart and then symmetrize it, or not symmetrize, mirror it over and then connect it. I could use symmetry, but I want to show you guys, these tools. So, and then I'm gonna, just judging with my eyeball. It's okay. And then I'm gonna take edge. Maybe put this down like that. Do you guys see where I'm going with this now? Yee. Okay. Exciting. Let's do this. Okay. I get a little excited when things work, and it's always exciting when you make something and it looks the way you want. So, same principle here. What was this? The other side was minus 0.6, so this is going to be 0.6 because it's in the other direction. And then I guess I forgot to do that side. Ugh. Minus 0. actually... no. What I want... That's right. It doesn't have to be symmetrical. It doesn't really matter. Do what you want, you know. It's art. Make it all wonky. That's okay too. I guess maybe the inner perfectionist or the artist in me just want to make it nice and right. I could also do it a different way, which I will attempt now, just to show you guys. Yeah, okay. Going back to face mode. We don't usually make love hearts, so I don't really have a workflow for it. But no problem. I think let's just do the extreme. Okay. Scale on one axis. Yeah. Take it out. Okay. And then just put it around there. And then now I'm gonna do the loop cut thing again. Chuck one in there. Let's see. Okay, now I want to select this whole loop, and instead of, you know, selecting one and then going shift and then moving around, which there's no problem with that, you could totally do that. Faster hotkey though is just to hold Alt, and you hold Alt and click the line and it will select the whole edge loop, and that would do the same if I did it here also. But yeah, there are certain rules, like, so for example, like you can kind of see like this is the end of the cube, so this would be considered one edge type thing. Yeah, the more experience you have, the easier it is to see, but yeah, that's all we need for now. And then I'm gonna scale it. I mean, and then I think we need to I think I don't really need to change that. It's just easier when I do the other side. We are figuring this out together, guys. Okay, yeah, I can see that I need more distance here. Maybe one more edge loop will do the trick. That'll do. Okay, edge loop it again. And it's gonna do it, like if I'm hovering over the vertical lines, it's gonna give me a horizontal edge. If I hover near the horizontal lines, it's gonna give me a vertical edge. I hope I said that right. It's a bit confusing. Okay, and by default, the whole thing is selected. Nice, nice, nice. I'm gonna scale it again. I mean, That's not what I want. That's also not what I want. This doesn't really matter. How's that looking? Okay. Alright. I feel like we can do better, but you know, you always can. We only have so much time. So. That's half a love heart. I guess. Alright. I think it's about time I get to those questions now. I hope that was enough for you guys to get kind of started with whatever you wanted to make. I've just tabbed back into object mode because I just want to shrink that. Not too much. It shouldn't be too thin. See, it's also in Blender, it's measured in meters. So like for this to be 1 meter, it's giant. So if you were adding this to a game engine or a scene, usually you would aim for things to be to scale, unless it's like some sort of unique random circumstance where, but you know, in this case it doesn't matter, but yeah, you want things to be to scale, as in like real life, reality. So yeah, okay, tab again, back, here we go. Okay, and I'm just gonna read those questions real quick before we continue. Okay. Is it possible to make an object in Blender, then export it and open it in Mini ZBrush to sculpt it further? Really good question. Like, universally, I want to say yes, but because it's Mini ZBrush or ZBrush Core Mini, I'm not entirely sure. I think so, though. I don't see why not. If you were happy with this model and you wanted to sculpt it, or, I mean, not even that, if you wanted to export it and use that as like a base in another program or whatever, like, yeah, it would be the same if you were exporting it out for whatever purposes. Pretty sure you go up to here, export, and then ZBrush prefers FBX, so if you were gonna use this asset or this model for ZBrush, I would recommend exporting it as an FBX file. I think that's at least in normal full ZBrush, that's what it likes. But if you're using Maya, for example, you could also do FBX. But OBJ we usually use and go for wavefront, but yeah, most commonly known as OBJ. Yeah. But yeah, give it a try. And then when you get to ZBrush, maybe if you, when you open a file, if you like file open and then try select your OBJ, FBX, maybe you'd be able to do that. Or if there's an import button, which I think there may be, but yeah. Yeah, give it a shot. I hope that helped a little bit. And another question, where did I get the relaxing music from? It's just a lo-fi playlist, I think. Chill lo-fi mix by Settle. Yeah. That's the one. I can copy and paste the name. I don't want to do links right now, but I can give you the name here. Yeah. Here we go. Hopefully searching that will help you find it. It's kind of like, I think it's got like a green foresty thumbnail perhaps. Yeah, and then another comment says we can add a modifier. Yeah, you are totally right. And I'm getting there. Thank you. And thanks for joining the class. If you have already been inside of Blender, and no problem, you're welcome, of course. And this is very basic. If this is too slow for you guys, or if this is too basic, then you do need to come to CADA and you need to study at CADA because it's way more advanced. And yeah, if you enjoy 3D, that's where it's at. I'm almost happy with this love heart. I am, but you know, it's just not right. It's just missing something. I just want to make it, yeah, tweak it a little bit. That's what we say. Make it a little bit more, but yeah. How's that? I do my love hearts quite extreme, so I don't want to say extreme, but and again, just holding shift while I select edges to select multiple at a time. Yeah, I hold control and drag over things that I want to deselect. I'll just control deselect also. I mean, it's fine. It's fine. It's really fine. It doesn't matter. And now we're completely ditching the thing I was trying to do before. Okay. Now. If you are happy with your love heart, let's symmetrize it. There are a couple different ways you can do this. So that trick with the selecting whole loops, holding Alt works for faces also. But then holding Shift and doing the same, then that can give you two. As you just saw, if you select, it's gonna select the whole way around. Oh, Jesus Christ. But that's not what we want. We want this. No. Yeah. There we go. Okay. And I'm just gonna delete it. Wait. Wrong button. No. So, like, you can delete stuff, but as you just saw, so I pressed X to get that menu up, and I dissolved the faces. It's kind of like a less destructive way of doing the same thing, and if I were to just delete the faces, then this polygon or square wouldn't be here anymore. But because I dissolved it, it kind of filled in the space, which is, it's okay, not bad. It's fine. I wouldn't, yeah. Maybe it depends on, yeah, depends on, okay. So now is where I get to explain to you some of this stuff up here, because depending on, you see, we have our object here. It is only half of our object, but the program doesn't know that, right? So if I centered this pivot point, this is what's called like a gimbal, or, you know, a pivot point. If I centered this pivot point to the center of my object, then this new area becomes the center of my object. Where it is currently right now, we want to leave it there, because when it comes time to mirror it, it's going to mirror it from this point, unless we change some settings up here. But I'm pretty sure if we just leave it at either local or global, default is fine enough for now. So local or global, or gimbal. We'll see. Let's try it. We can try it. That is what that needs to be, and that affects how you model and stuff also. But it's usually affecting like if you have multiple faces selected at a time or multiple objects selected at a time, in what way do they move in relation to each other, I guess is sort of a way to explain it. Normal is in relation to the normal, so it's a whole other thing. And we're gonna leave this on, we could probably do individual origins too. We'll see. Okay. All right. Okay. Now, there are a bunch of things you can do over here. Also, completely different from modeling also. But what we want to do is we're just going to go into this little wrench thing. And it's kind of like the modifier tab. Like you can see it says modifier properties. We just want to add a modifier. Okay. As far as I understand, modifiers kind of add an effect to your whole geometry or to your whole, object. Unless you're in certain circumstances. But we just want to add a modifier, and we're gonna, where is it? It is not, here we go. Ta-da! There we go. Sometimes it's like kind of, but kind of, oh, it is, yeah, okay. They are categorized by different things, but anyway, you can see it did what we want. Yay! Because the pivot point was where it was supposed to be. That was great. So you can just leave this at default. Yeah, beautiful, lovely, awesome. Because the axis is set to X by default, it did what we wanted. Nice, great. If I set it to Y, I think that doesn't really work. There we go. So, like, if I set it, depending on the axis that I set it to, it's gonna do a different thing. So that's kind of handy, you know? And we're just gonna, what? Now we have a clover. Damn. Nice. What happens if it, nope, we don't do that. Okay, cool. But we just want, like this. Now let's see. Yes, merge. We want merge to be turned on. I was worried that that would be a problem, but it's not. Awesome. Merge, basically, you can barely see it because I'm just gonna try and recreate it to show you guys. Let's say we had it over here. Right. And then if we had it on face, I'm gonna see if I can collapse. Ah! No, don't do that. Nope. There. let's say we just had this. Technically not a problem, but now if I go and try to add the modifier, it still works just fine. It's still lovely. But if I had no. Wait, isn't that actually nice? That's actually awesome. Even though it's not in world space 0, because the pivot point is still on the edge, it worked just fine. Okay, nice. Okay. I have to edit the pivot. Okay. Not the point I'm trying to make. Ah. There we go. Now I can show you. Okay. So, because our pivot point is now in world space 0, world space origin, when we mirror it, it's gonna mirror it from there, which is not what we want. Merging is basically just like, it's gonna merge your vertices and edges and faces together, so it really does become one whole object, versus two separate identical symmetrical objects that are just like put together. And now I'm just gonna undo that because we don't really need that. Actually, I'll just show you guys. So what I did to move this pivot point was I went to here and set origin. You can do a couple different things, but yeah, also mirror here. That's also basic and simple. But for the sake of teaching, yes. Okay. I just moved the pivot by going and doing this. And then if we want to move it back, like Control Z to undo, or like that moves it to the center of your object, but we don't want that, so we don't want that either. You can also manually edit your pivot point, but anyway, just some handy tools up there. That's not the point. Okay. Move this back. Nice. Okay, cool. Here we are. This is just, we want this. We just leave it at this. Yeah. So a nice little tool here. Wonder if we can show you. No. Well, pretty basic. Let's see if I can show you another method. I actually... if I'm moving too slow or too fast, just say... yeah. I'm just trying to show you guys as much as I can in the time that we have. So let's see. We want to mirror on X. Okay. This is gonna be... let's see here if this does... mirror on X global. Ah! Okay. Not what we want to do. But if... if I did it like this, where is it? Cool. So in Maya, Control D is your duplicate. I literally just copy pasted, which was Control C, Control V, but you know, I'm sure there's a better way to do it or other ways. But if I had, like, let's say I had a duplicate, right? And then I wanted to go into here. Ta-da! Now I have two objects that are mirrored to each other. But we don't really want that either. So just to show, you know, there's different ways of doing things. And none of them are wrong. Particularly, just depends on specifically what you need or are trying to do. So, I'm gonna add a modifier because, you know, yeah, this like keeps it, this, like I said before, alters the geometry as a whole. So this is still one whole object and geometry. It's just been edited to recreate itself on the other side, on the mirrored axis. Anyway, we have a love heart. And we have had a love heart. Now let's continue. Now, let's see here. See, the interesting thing about this, let's see if it does what I want it to do. Again, Shift and Alt to select multiple at a time. I'm gonna do that this side too, actually. Go all in, I say. Let's see if it does what I want it to do. Can see some comments. Okay, cool. How are we doing? Are we all doing all right? Let's keep going. I would like to, so what I'm gonna do next is I'm gonna bevel these edges in order to create like a sort of a smoother edge, but actually, should we make it into a candle first, or a potion bottle first, or a cake? Is this a love heart cake? Is it a love heart candle cake potion bottle? I don't know. We also had a flower or a plant suggestion. My God. So many things to do. You guys have to join next month's modeling class too, and then we can do some more stuff. Yep. And if you haven't already got it, if you're kind of going off on your own and doing your own thing, I would recommend getting some reference. That is the best and safest way to make sure. Well, I mean, that's generally kind of industry standard. We all use reference. It's basic artist rule, I guess. Yeah. So if you're going and doing it on your own, I would recommend getting that. I don't have a reference for a love heart potion bottle, but I mean, I can think of one, but you know, it's always nice to. Oh, yeah, we gotta do that. That's way too cute. Oh my God. Okay. I know exactly what we're gonna do. Yes. Okay. Let's see if we can do it in the time that we got. Yeah. So I'm just gonna. Okay. What this does is we just bevel. What this does is it just gives you an edge there. And because we have the modifier on, isn't that lovely? It just does it automatically on this side, so that's kind of nice. We'll see how far we can take that. I'm not sure if that'll. Oh, yeah, we'll see. You can also turn symmetry on while you model, and then that might also do something. But let's see. Here we go. Cool. Let's try that again. Yeah, there we go. Okay, nice. So going into this tool tab over here, that gives you a few more options also. Segments, I turn the segments up to 3, and then you know, you're gonna get like a smoother edge, I could say. You could pump this all the way up and then just super smooth edge. hard to tell because these vertical lines haven't been smoothed, but you can also add a modifier to smooth it in the end. So that's probably what we'll end up doing. But I just wanted to show you guys what that little bevel button did. This is like a knife tool. You can cut edges individually. But as long as we need to get the, like I tried to explain in the ZBrush class, we want to get the larger shapes first and then add the details later. It's always easier to work. Pardon me. Oh my god. Oh, excuse me. It's easier to work that way, rather than going and adding all the details first and then having to add all the giant shapes later. That's a nightmare. So keeping perspective on the bigger picture is super useful too. And now I kind of think, since I kind of want to make a potion bottle. I think that's super cute. Okay. We need it to be bigger. Item. Here we're gonna go. 2. It's a fat love heart. Let me see my reference. Yeah. Okay. We kind of need it to be fat. Alright. Let's keep going. Okay. Now. Challenge time. What I want to do. Okay. There are different ways to do this, but gonna do it this way. It's basic for starters. Add a line, because it's a fundamental rule is we want to keep faces, polygons, 4-sided. Triangles you can get away with. It also depends on the situation and the use for it. But 4 sides of a polygon is the best, and any more than 4 sides, big no more than 5 sides. So trying to create geometry to fit, everything we want to do, and make sure every face only has 4 sides, that's also part of the challenge. But at least it was a challenge in the beginning, but when you get used to it, you get used to it. Okay, now, I think I want to... You could do this a number of ways. Since you guys will see in a second what I'm about to do, we're going to do the same on the top as we do on the bottom. So I think the best thing to do would just to do this, unless we make triangles, which we can also do, but okay. This is gonna be trouble. Alright. Now I'm gonna turn on soft selection. I don't know if that's what it's called here, but I think it is called, I think this is called soft selection. Yeah, shit. Okay, so as you can see, I just turned this on, and it just basically takes the thing you've selected and then everything near it to affect the rest of it. But we actually don't want to do that because I don't want to affect that. Oh my god, I only have so much time left. Gonna do the same here. So you can see I'm only scaling it on one axis. Take this and do like we might need to add some edges in there. It will make more sense in a second, I promise. Nope. I was really hoping there was a sliding shortcut key. I think we're just gonna add another segment instead. Yeah, that'll do. Okay, that's all we need. There we go. Right now I'm just creating a sort of an outline for a pattern. You can see I'm trying to make it pretty spherical, or as sort of kind of round as I can imagine. Makes a little bit of sense. There we go. I think that'll do just fine. It's fine. Okay, now... yeah. Okay. I've made some weird looking topology here. It ain't making a whole lot of sense, but now I'm going to show you guys why I did it. I'm going to select these faces that I made the shape out of. And again, there are different ways to do it. And I'm just gonna extrude it out. Except I don't want it to be extruded on this angle. So I think I want to do it. Nope. Nope. Come on now. Don't do that. Don't do what I just did. Except... no. Not what I want. Damn it. Okay, we are gonna have to do this. Annoying. Yeah. Okay. I just extruded it up. That's probably a better way to do this, but I just extruded it up and then I went to scale because I wanted the top to be flat. And then I held Control for snapping. And let's see here. That should snap it flat, like so. And then I'm just gonna do the same thing. Move it back to be vertical. Like this. So now we kind of have the top of a potion model, sort of. Do you guys see where I'm going with this? Make sense? Yes, Chris, we do miss you. Christian, come back. No, soon it's time to look on Discord. But, yeah, so I hope that kind of gets the idea to you guys of what I'm trying to do. And then, I guess from here, we can just make it like a... I think, just for the sake of clean topology. So we have all these... I don't really have time to do the bottom also, but I'll finish the top. So then we have all these unused polygons all here, like, just kind of taking up space. We don't really need that. So I'm going to merge these. Let's see. Merge at center. There we go. And then once I've done that, see, I've made triangles here. Once I've done that, this is a four-sided polygon. Now I can just go ahead and select this and select this. And then I'm gonna press X and I'm gonna dissolve these edges. And that gets rid of it. And now we have kind of like a clean topology here. Nice. But we need this center line because, to, you know, break this up and create this sort of third center way here, which actually we don't even really need this. I can just, and all of these are still four sides. So ta-da, and then let's continue. Okay, I'm wondering how much I can squeeze in. Okay, I want to let's inset the faces. So what I just did was I just took the faces that I wanted to apply the inset to, and then I just do it. Yeah, so have a play around with all these buttons. They all do useful, helpful, cool things. Oh my god, that was the edge slide I was looking for. Ugh. I knew it was there somewhere. I forgot the shortcut for it. What is it? Ah, anyway. Okay. Now. Nope. Let me just take it like... What I'm gonna do instead is I'm just gonna scale one axis. We also don't need this. And we have our modifier, so hopefully that's gonna bridge the gap since merge is turned on. Let's see. Will it merge? Maybe not. Let's see. Do it like... come on now. You guys get the point. It's not exact, but that's okay for now. Yeah, it's a little bit too small. I want to put like a cork looking thing up the top. Here we go. Just for the sake. And then one more time. Nice. This time I feel like we could probably use the softer edge. Oops. Oh, too soft. shortcut for this again? There we go. Okay, so this sphere that you see pops up when I start to move it represents the area of geometry that's included in the selection, in the soft selection, if that makes sense. So I'm just gonna, while I'm holding down, scroll down. Yeah. It's pretty low geometry, so we don't really need that much. And then I'm just gonna do it again, and then you see it only affects what's up here. Nice. Yeah. Just a cute little amount, you know, it doesn't need to be too much. And then if I select two, ooh, we want this axis. If I select two at once and scale again, now I can do them both at the same time. And now my shape is really, really weird, but you know what? That's okay. Just fix it. Here we go. So, yeah, I guess something like a little cute little bottle here. And then now, just the finishing touches. See if we can do like this. Level, nope, yep, level. We don't want 5 segments because that's a bit overkill probably. I'll smooth it after this, so whatever you want. A bit more than that. No, actually, it's alright. Here we go. Cool. And then, may as well do the same to these ones here. Actually, here we go. Okay, now I hope this kind of looks like what you guys want it to look like. I'm gonna select everything. Oh my god. Does that annoying thing? Okay. Actually. No. Yeah, there we go. Okay, A. Shortcut key A to select everything. And then we want to couple different things we can do here. Yikes. I just shade smoothed it so that it you guys want that World of Warcraft look? We just do like this. We just take this whole edge here, the problem edge. Oh, uh-oh. some funky stuff happening here. You don't want this, but I don't have time to fix it right now, so just gonna mark sharp. Here we go. And then, nope, that didn't do it. The principle is that, oh, it's probably because it's been mirrored because of the modifier and blah, but the principle is that when you mark a sharp edge, this effect won't typically happen. And then it smooths all your other edges, even though it's super segmenty. It's kind of like, you can't really tell from this angle, almost. But, instead, let's just do this instead. Let's see. I think if we added the modifier now, it would probably... Problem. Not good. Not good. Way too many sides. So we're just gonna delete these faces. Don't want this. Okay. Oh my gosh. Running out of time. I think now if we put the modifier, it should do its thing. Maybe not quite as clean as we want. Edge. Nope. Okay. Anyway, you guys get the idea. There we go. Nice. And then, last but not least, let's see. So, one of these. No, not quite, not quite. Maybe this has to be applied. Come on now. Here we go. So we apply it, and then, yep, it's done. You can't undo it. You can't take it back. Let's try now. Nope, still doesn't want... No. Not what we want. We can undo, though. Nice. Let's try something else instead. Subdivide. Oh, I have to have it all. Okay. A to select everything, and then... Blender, 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 blender. Okay, it does what you want, but but it doesn't exactly smooth it. The effect that I was more looking for was, you know, smoothing it out a little bit. You guys feel me? You feel me? Yeah. But yeah, there are some handy tools for you. Thank you guys so much for those of you who stuck around for the class, and I really hope you learned something, and that this was like enough tips to get you started on your 3D journey, I guess you could say. Hope you enjoyed creating this really basic, sketchy love heart potion with me. Give it a little more love and attention and some time, and yeah. just keep on going. It's all about practice and experience, and then you just get better and better. And yeah, I hope that you could get some tips. So yeah, now it's time for Discord time. Wee, yay, fun. Sadan, ta-da. Yay! And if you guys want to look into attending CADA, we are an on-campus based school based in Copenhagen of Denmark. So if you're in the area and you like this sort of stuff and you want to check it out, there's also, I think every so often we have an open house. So you can also come on campus just to experience everything. But yeah. I cannot give you guys specific dates for the next class yet. But you guys, you'll know. You'll know. We'll be sure to let you know once we have all the details. And yeah, so we did actually look over a lot of ZBrush sculpts from last class at the end of last class also. But if you were attending last class and you haven't seen your work in here yet, I'll just look for you now. So what I tried to do was some weird amalgamation of like a frog dragon thing. It was kind of goofy and kind of cute, but we all kind of did our own stuff, which was really fun. So yeah, some interesting creations here. I guess get kind of Parasite vibes, but still, that doesn't have to be a bad thing. It's cool looking and slightly scary, but you know, loving this. The obvious teeth, some nice lips going on here. Love it. Great. Keep it up. An animation that we did a couple months ago. Let's see. Also this one. I think we looked at this last week too. But yeah, so fun. Yeah, we saw lots of these last week. Let's see here if we have any in here. Some fun stuff in here. If you guys haven't already, feel free to join the Discord if that's something that you would be interested in. Yeah, okay. I think we've pretty much caught up. There wasn't that much added since last class. We looked at a lot at the end of last class, but that's okay. Yeah. Okay, nice, cool. Thank you guys so much for joining today's class. I hope you enjoyed it. And hope to see you next week for animation. Animation also in Blender. So look forward to that. And yeah. Thanks guys. Happy Valentine's Day. And see you next time. Bye.